Ladies and gents, Xavi Simons is a 19-year-old Dutch wonder kid who looks pretty good to start off the game with. He has been in some very major clubs already, so the next 10 years should be very interesting to see. Let's check him out. Yes, ladies and gents, 19 years old. He is rated already at 31 million to 93 million, is making 26K per week at PSV Eindhoven. You can see he has actually gone through the FC Barcelona Academy, the PSG Academy, finally found his way to Eindhoven. We'll see if he actually gets the game time finally. He's only made 7 appearances at PSG, but still 19 years old. He's looking pretty good. Midfielder AMC, he can play some on the right. He can play a DM slightly, a little bit on the striker side. But first touch of 16, technique of 16, determination of 16 are fantastic. And he's got a few numbers of 14s and 15s. And at 19 years old, there's a lot of room for him to grow and a lot of room to become an absolute beast. His only 2 career milestones are making his senior club debut and League One Conferama champions with PSG. But the next 10 years are going to be where we want to see it. So let's play out the next 10 years, and I'll see you at 2033. So it is the end of the 2033 season. He is 30 years old right now, only 26 caps and a goal. That's kind of interesting to see. But you can also see he just, as of the 2031 season, he moved to FC Porto, but he had been at Eindhoven for quite a while, racking up 304 appearances, 60 goals, doing a fantastic job there, but I'm surprised he didn't move on sooner. Now, his numbers, they did grow to an extent. At the end of the season of his first season, he actually grew first touch to 17, and it is now back to 16. He still has a couple of greens in there. I'm just surprised there's not a couple more. Acceleration, he's now on the downward spiral, as is pace, but natural fitness is fantastic. He's brought up flair. Composure of 17 has been brought up. So there's a couple of numbers that have raised throughout the years, but he is kind of on that downward spiral. He is now, again, at Porto, 15 million to 45 million, 47.5K per week. Definitely interesting to see. He's got 2 more years on his contract as an important player. But you can see Liga NOS, 32 appearances plus 1, 5 goals, 18 assists. 18 assists. Now that is an assist man for you right there. 739 average rating. Champions League 14, 1 goal, 1 assist, 699. Apparently not able to really cut it in the Champions League, but Liga NOS, he's been doing a fantastic job. And right off the bat, with that alone at 30 years old, definitely one to scout. Put him in your books, at least take a look. We'll see in just a second how his career fared. I mean, he didn't move on until 2031, so, I doubt that's going to be all that expensive. Actually, you know what? Let's just get there. Career stats. Career stats. He moved actually for 53 million. It's kind of interesting to see. That 19, I guess it was during the summer. Yeah, 2031, 32. So he played 19 for Eindhoven, 719, played 17 for Porto, 697, but brought it way back up to 739. So maybe there was a little adjustment to the league that he had to get used to, but moved on a free to PSG, moved on a free to Eindhoven. He has had a pretty good career. I am very interested to kind of know, and I don't think I ever will, why maybe he's got a great loyalty score, but he never moved on from PSV Eindhoven until the 2031-32 season. Interesting to see. Injuries, more moderates and majors than you want, but it's still overall not a lot to it. He hasn't had one since 2031, and everything, 22, 23, missing all that until 26, then 27, 28, missing 29, 30. So, he doesn't get a lot of them. He may, when he does get one, he may be out for a little while, 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, and 3 weeks. So, yeah. But again, he's not getting a lot of them. I'm sure once we hit the retirement age part of the video, That'll grow a bit, but probably not by a lot, I would imagine. So you can see he does have a lot more trophies in the bank. After that League One Conference Champions, he scored his first senior club goal, first international cap against Brazil at age 19th. Now that's a team to go against. But European Golden Boy in 22, Netherlands season of best 11, next gen runner-up, Dutch Young Player of the Year runner-up, KNVB Becker winners, Eindhoven seasonal best 11, Dutch Young Player of the Year, Johan Cruyff Schal winners, more seasonal best 11s. And then the K again, Becker winners, winner. Moved to Porto for 42 up to 53. Taça de Portugal placard winners, seasonal best 11s. I mean, he's got everything. First international goal. Wow, that took 10 years to get his first international goal. Awarded European Championship goal of the tournament. That's pretty nice to see for Netherlands. But overall, I mean, Netherlands not doing all that much with him, unfortunately. But he does have a lot of team wins. Portuguese Premier League most assists of the year, 18 is a fantastic result, especially at a 30-year-old. So overall, he's done a fantastic job. One of world's soccer's global superstars, no doubt about it. Earned recognition from the soccer community for all these achievements. He's done a lot of runners-up, a lot of actually winners' medals. So he's been around the block to an extent. But again, I am a little surprised he didn't move somewhere else, especially during all this time at Eindhoven. But let's see where he retires and if he's still at Porto or somewhere else finally. It is the end of the 2041 season. He is 38 years old, and you can see he's at AEK in Greece. Very interesting to see. He moved from Porto to Feyenoord only for 2 seasons, then to AEK for 2 seasons, and he's planning to retire at the end of this one. I mean, obviously his numbers. Acceleration of 6, pace of 9. He has dropped, no doubt about it. Still playing that midfield. We'll see it in tactics in a minute, how he's actually been used. But 4 Champions League appearances, 7.22 average rating with 2 assists. Super League 1, 16 plus 12. So he's kind of, well, it says fringe player, but he's been used half and half. 2 goals, 3 assists, 6.90 average rating. But he has definitely dropped. He still has some green in there. Don't get me wrong. Technicals, there are definitely some areas that he just completely dropped out of. Same with physicals. But mental's not too bad. But yeah, 65K to 200K, 13K per week as a fringe player. He's upped it to 31 caps with 2 goals. Definitely time to call it a career. Yeah, injuries, he's more than doubled. Still a lot of slights, but still some moderates and majors. So 2 months for a hip injury. So yeah, it is definitely time for him to go. But again, actually, look at that. 2040, 2036, nothing in between. And that was only a minor and a slight. So not too bad. I mean, overall, injury-wise, definitely not too bad. But yeah, he's definitely getting on the older side of things. I mean, a heck of a lot more trophies. You can see Portuguese Premier League Player of the Year in 2033. Some more Porto trophies. Let's see, Portuguese Premier League Most Assists of the Year in that season. I wish I could see it, but unfortunately it only shows this season. Portuguese Premier League Player of the Year in 35. A lot more trophies, no doubt, and mixing it up with both team and personal accolades. Released on a free, signed by Feyenoord on a free. Seasonal Best 11s, Dutch champions, named in Seasonal Best 11s, released on a free again, signed by AEK, and then Seasonal Best 11s, and that is it. As you can see, FC Porto, £53 million move, Feyenoord on a free, did not too bad in the league, and then off to AEK and kind of dropped it a bit in the Greek league, but still, freeze. He's had a long career, he's had a good career. It's just too bad that he didn't make it back to PSG or Barcelona. Tactically, this time around, you could see all this growth was a long time before, but he's only played center midfielder, 29 for club, 2 goals, 6 assists, 6.95, 3 internationals with 1 goal, 6.80. So this season has not been too bad to finish out his career. But still, overall, it's definitely time to call it out, call it a day. But that is the career of Xavi Simons, 38 years old. 38 is a long career. Most of it that we've seen are like 35 or thereabouts, 34. But the 2041 season is where he hangs up his boots. But that is it for his career. I am Stefan FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.